My God. Oh my God. Yes, I did forget to press go live again. You guys, I'm so sorry. I've been going on what for, oh, look, 10 minutes this time. I'm so sorry. But thank you for being so patient with me. And I'm glad somebody, oh, goodness. I'm glad somebody said she forgot to hit live again. Yeah, I did. I did. Thank you so much. I've been going on for 10 minutes. Yeah, so I probably won't leave this one up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was just it, Justice. I was sitting there talking and wondering why you're not responding. Pretty much. Yep, I'll have to do that because I've done 2 earlier videos through StreamYard that I have yet to publish, and I didn't have to hit go live on those. Oh, you guys. I love you guys and your patience. I don't even remember what I was saying. I was trying to pull up a picture of the yard work I did yesterday. So I was going to oh oh yeah, Hen was correct. That's what I was doing. Oh, Katie K. No, no, it was funny. Hello, Aaron Cooper. So glad everybody's here. Okay, you guys, here's what happened. I did this real low intro and I was talking like this and just welcoming everyone and telling you how important it is that I really believe in you and that I'm glad you're here, and how no matter what's going on in our lives, I make time to be here and visit with you on Sundays at 2 p.m. Central. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew how important they are. I did quick roll call. And then I saw, I bet you forgot to hit live again. I went, oh, crap. Because I did. Oh my goodness. You guys, thank you again for being so patient. And I was talking about how inspired I was by Miss Margot because of she had sent me a video of a garden, her garden, and I was so inspired and encouraged that yesterday I spent 2, 3 hours out in my front pathway, weeding all the deep rooted things that were out there. And it was so cathartic and therapeutic. And as I went out there this morning, it's like so much more welcoming because all these weeds had grown over the past 2 years that I've been here because I didn't want to do it. And now I don't want to mow it. So it's going to be graveled over or mulched over. And someone had already put those white gravel bits in there. So all I did was uncover them. And this morning, as I went out there, I was like, look at that. One, look at all the work I did. And two, that really looks a lot better. I'm going to have to keep that up. So, oh my goodness, let me see. It's before I not confirmed it right. And yeah, that's what I did. Now we all have a but that's twice in a week. So she cut the grass? No, I weeded. Someone else had cut my grass. There are 2 spots that I still need to get to because whoever came through came in on a riding mower and just had a time with it and took it all down. And they could not get close enough to this particular retaining wall, and they could not take that riding mower up a little incline, which is very narrow, up to one of the tiers where the garden is outside. So yeah, so I was actually going to fire it up this afternoon. Okay, I was really going to do it this morning, but that didn't happen because my back is screaming from yesterday from pulling all those weeds. Now, I had some of those garden tools that you get in there and dig stuff out, but oh my gosh, I had no idea that weeding is such a tiring job, that is such a challenge because those weeds may have been there for years before they actually took. I mean, before anybody else started pulling them. So what I'm tempted to do is get in there with some sort of pitchfork and really shake them all up and then put a bit more gravel down, hose it down, make sure they're all clean again. And so they don't look like just little brown clods. So it looks like white. But yeah, so it was really sweet of them to do. And I think I know who did it, but I don't want to assume. So if I see him out today, I'll go out there and say something and try and bake him something, you know. But his mother lives here, so it's and mommy can bake. It's okay. But yeah, I need to hear your calming voice today. My 10 and 12-year-old are making me crazy today. Do you have your headphones in so it's noise canceling? I'm glad you're here, Vans. It's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. And in case anybody misses the roll call, I know Miss Hen is here. Anne Holiday was first in. Thank you for being here. Just call me Hen. And Justice talking in, what is that, Italian? And Margot. And scrolling. Katie K, Aaron Cooper. Yeah, I feel so silly. And Vans. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And I'm sure there are going to be more coming and going as we go. But yeah, Vans, this is what Sunday is for me. It's settling down, calming myself and my spirit, and kind of a reflective day. At least for 30 minutes on Sundays, I try and sit back and plant my feet firmly on the ground or get comfortable on the couch and maybe grab my journal. It's not a time for work, it's a time for relaxing and reflecting for me. Sometimes I put on a meditation tape or video and I just close my eyes and go away. But the thing I found about, the thing I realized about meditation tapes and videos and such, somebody else's voice telling me, a lot of them don't have an end. So when you come out of it, if you have not, done the final part, which is taking a deep cleansing breath, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to come back into your body kind of thing. And if they don't, okay, and then when you're ready, take a nice cleansing breath and open your eyes as slowly as you want. But you can remain in this state for as long as you wish. And some of the ones I listened to didn't do that. And so I would sit there for a few minutes after and still be in that happy spot. And then slowly come back to myself and go, what I've been, how long have I been here? You know, kind of thing. So, pardon me. Salt water should kill the weeds off. Also, baking soda. That's a good idea. I know I've done boiling water. You saw my little tea kettle. I fill the tea kettle and let it get to whistling, and then I'll take it outside. And there are cracks in the sidewalk pathway, and pour it into those. And I've not had a problem in the places I've poured it before, but I'm thinking I may have to do that. Or baking soda. Baking soda on the because this is an area. The area I'm speaking of is the area where nothing is ever going to grow. I want it to be an illusion of widening that little pathway. So where the stones are. So I want it to be something that's not going to grow. So I was thinking just salt, but there's got to be something more that will deter the weeds from growing. So especially triffid weeds like mine. Hey, Canine Rescue. Forgive me, Canine Rescue. I have failed to call you yet. There's still this afternoon if you're free. So let's see. We were just having a chilly chat while we waited. Yeah, I once again started the live without going live. So thank you guys for your patience and understanding because while I may know how to get the YouTube going and get the music in the background that I have yet to add, and all the little things I want to reference, I forget to hit that go live button. That's funny. Yes, twist and pull. That so much twisting and pulling. My right hand, which is my dominant hand, is rather sore today, but not near as sore as my back from doing that. Cement Shoes, welcome. Glad you made it in. Hope your Sunday is going nice and calmly. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't work when the roots are the length of the garden, Margot. And the thing is, I was finding trailers like that. I would pull one that didn't seem so big, and it it was like a string of Christmas lights that have been buried. You pull it up, and the next one comes up, and then and yeah. And so now that the ground has been loosened, I think it's going to be easier to get in there and pull up any more stragglers. But salt, okay. And salt's not expensive either. Now, does it have to be like table salt or can it be that, gosh, I think I still have some of that snow melt salt around, but I definitely want to do something to make it deter growing. Mama Jane Star, I am so glad to hear you. Last I heard from you, there was a missing teen. I hope everything is well there. Please let me know because it's been driving me nuts. But I'm glad you're here. Let's see, just laying out in bed, hanging out with the dogs, watching you now. Yay! Let's see, spent a long time in the garden today. I had not paid attention to it for nearly 2 days. And I think this is something, and I applaud you for that, getting out there. I had no idea how therapeutic it would be for me. Okay, it hurts like heck today, but just to know that I was, again, listening to Michael Sandler. He also has a podcast. I know I mentioned his YouTube channel, but he has podcasts on iHeartRadio. And I was out there with my little earbuds in and just yanking those weeds. And if you guys are in my Discord, you can see the before and after. And then I found some other before and afters of my little kitchen. So I posted those in there too. So, oh, thank gosh. I was real concerned. And because I know how dedicated you are to your kids and your kids being any of the kids in the neighborhood that your kids know. I get it. Yeah, so I'm thrilled that he was found and I hope everything's okay there. So excellent. And pulling weeds is cathartic. Yeah, it was very much so. And symbolic. Exactly. And I was gonna get to that. Um because yeah, I kind of got lost in a world out there, and I had okay, Marco, you suggested the bucket. Well, I had the railroad tie to sit on that runs the length of this walk. But I also had a 5-gallon bucket that as I pulled stuff, I put it in the bucket, and as the bucket got full, I'd take it to an area. I'm pointing towards the back of my house. I'd take it out to this berm that's out there. Well, not a berm of bunch of trees that kind of there's a path behind them and a path in front of them, but yeah, but there's a little dump area there that I put it in behind that area, and I ended up doing like seven. Was it 7 or 8? 7 or 8 5-gallon buckets full of stuff that I didn't want to grow in that area anymore. So it was a whole lot, and I just kept one bucket at a time. Okay, then come back and sit down, take a break, have some water, maybe have a smoke, maybe just the earbud, and then go back and sit down on the railroad tie and go at it again. And I had what's the tool? It's got like the hoe thing on one end and the fork on the other, on just about this long, and I'd hack it up or use it as leverage to try and break those long roots up. It was something. Yeah, it was something. But it got done. I've got a little bit more on that side to do, but I'm debating whether or not I should because it's actually the neighbor's yard. So I don't think they'd say anything, but I just want it to look nice, you know? Hope you had plenty of sun cream on and a wine brimmed hat at Margot. Yeah. See, I didn't need it. It's overcast and it was very cloudy. And as you can see, I didn't get any sun. It's not like, I think I have sun repellent. I don't know. But thank you, Erin. Thank you. It did, it took some time. And Canine Rescue Mama Jane starts saying, hey. And Hen says, or Margot says she always wears her sun hat. I actually did have a baseball cap on because yeah, I'm not going to wear these out in the sun. And let's see. Justice says, be patient, go slow. I did a 20-foot by 15-foot area. Took 2 years. Had to get rid of English ivy. It took over the whole area. Oh my goodness. Now, see, I like English ivy, but I'm not sure I want it near my home because I know it gets up under the things and can help deteriorate it pretty quick, but it looks so lovely. I would love to have a little plant for my bedroom, just a little bit of English ivy. I'm going to start putting inside plants around again. So Mom Jane Sarah says she was so upset. I was crying happy tears. He hugged me and told me, thank you for caring. I told him I will always care. So if you needed to run to me. We'll figure it out together. That's exactly the kind of neighborhood mom that I was as well. I'm so glad that you are as well. That's awesome. Let's get that out of the way. And remember to do the YouTubey things, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share with a friend if you wish. Um, let's see. Justice, I've been fighting bindweed for years. I think I almost have it defeated now. I'm not familiar with the term bindweed, but we have this type of weed that has leaves that look like an elongated holly. Okay, you know how holly does this thing? And it's long and it's a lighter green. And it's extremely invasive, and the roots are as big as my pinky on the small ones. I mean, it goes on for a while. So that's most of what I was pulling up. And I'm told by a friend who is a Native American that this plant is good for this, that, and the other. And I went, okay, you want to come take it? Get out of my yard. But yeah, it's very invasive and it's supposed to have a lot of medicinal value. And maybe I'll put some up. But at this point, yeah, not so much. Yeah, very invasive. Let's see, Van said, cleaned out our little 5-gallon fish tank yesterday. It was a pain in the butt, but when it was done, it looks so good, right? And it gave you such a sense of, oh, look what I did. I did something good today. The fish can now breathe better. And it's not an eyesore, right? Ivy is very invasive, and so is honeysuckle. Now, I heard about honeysuckle. I have a honeysuckle tree bush thing out to this side, so to my east. And I love the flower smell of the honeysuckle. I was going to replant some, but it's too late in the year to replant it, so I need to wait on it. But yeah, you made the mistake of planting honeysuckle, and it took over everything. It took 3 years to kill it all out. Well, see, there's this area outside, and if I could, I don't know if it'd show if I open the window or open the blinds, but there's a tier 4 foot up and 4 foot back. And I want that to be just overflowing with some flowery bush that smells wonderful. And if it takes over that whole area, that would be good because then I don't have to mow it, right? But it's too late to plant it in this pot in this time. And yeah, just keep the ivy in a pot, right? And that's what I intend to do if and when I get any. I know that, was it last year? Last year I brought several little 4 by 4 inch pots, potted plants, and the water in this space is so foul that it killed them. They died within a week, 2 weeks. It was not very long, and I didn't mind because they were like $3 and $4, but still, I've got to be careful about the plants that I get, and I have to be careful about to be sure to filter the water. And so that's what I have to deal with now because I don't drink the water out of the tap because I saw what it did to the plants. I don't get my cat water out of the um, faucet because I saw what it did to the plants. So yeah, no worries, Vans. I kind of figured. Bindweed strangles other plants. Killed your willow tree. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. Yeah, the thing, there's a weed that's growing. Let's see, right out this window, there is a maple tree that puts out those whirlybirds, right? And I know there's poison ivy wrapped around it. I can't touch that. I can't go near it. But I have to walk by it all the time, and it always reminds me. I wanted someone to cut it down, not the tree, but the poison ivy and the surrounding weeds, because I think some of that bindweed is what's out there too. Um, but it takes over. That stuff is real invasive. And there's a little, okay, the tier comes up, like I said, 4 foot and goes back 4 foot. And there's like 2 railroad ties on either side of this big maple tree. But then there's like the empty space. And that empty space is getting filled up with this poison ivy and this other weed type, runner type weed. So I definitely want to get rid of that as well. But I'm just not sure how to do that without without hurting myself, or not. I don't know if I put salt or salted water in there or the baking soda someone mentioned. I don't know if that's going to hurt the tree because I don't want the tree falling on my house. I mean, it's not even leaning this way, but you know, karma being what it is. Fish, fish emulsion is good for your garden. Okay. Yeah, that poor willow, right? Smash that like button. I think you're all subscribed already. That'd be good. Then knock the snot out of little Bill so you never. Mama Jane, I love you. That's awesome. Let's see. Lavender smells amazing and it looks very nice, tall and bushy. But it's already half past July. So I'm not sure if I can go ahead and plant anything now because we're getting ready to hit the really hot season. So is lavender something I can grow from seed? Well, of course, you have to be able to grow from seed. I may get a smaller one, like the 4-inch pot or the 6-inch pots that they have here, and have it inside for the rest of the year and plant it out there in spring because I do want to have more flowering things out there, which is why I'm getting ready now. And, when you're a gardener, before you can plant those seeds, you have to prepare the land, right? Metaphorical. Just saying. So I know that I have to prepare the ground to be able to accept the seeds. I just toss seeds out there. Somebody else prepares the ground. You've heard the phrase, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Just saying. Just saying. So gardening is my thing. And let's see. How cold is winter? It can get to about 0. There are times, and again, this is Fahrenheit. So there are times it kind of averages between 12 degrees, but it can change so quickly. I was going to say between 12 and 20, but it changes so often. And because I'm in the middle of the USA, we get the cool air from the north and the warm air from the south, and you can never tell. It can be as hot as 90 in the summer. I mean, in the winter, or it can be cold as I think we hit 0 degrees once while I've been out here. So it's different, and I don't want to put a plant out there in this heat and not have it do well, you know? And she says, as long as you water it every day, it should be fine. I get to hit go live. Am I going to remember to water a plant? It's outside when go live is right here in front of me. I appreciate your input though. You could plant winter bulbs and they'll come up in December onwards. And that's what I'm hoping to do. And those, I think I plant them in, December. It's just starting winter here. I have to look and see. I would love to have bulbs. Irises? Oh my gosh. If I could have one whole area of irises, that would be wonderful. That was my mother's favorite. And if I could have the tiger lilies that other people say are so invasive, I want tiger lilies and irises all over, all over. And then I want to, yes, thank you, Canine Rescue. I will check with my local nursery and they'll tell you what I can plant and how. They're really good. There's one up the street that's really very knowledgeable, and the Arbor Society will too. I will definitely look into that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but watering every day, Canine Rescue. I can't ever remember to hit go live when it's right here in front of me, right there. Justice says, I'm planting all local natural growing flowers and plants. That way I can basically ignore them and just weed. That's what I was hoping to do. So that's what I was hoping to do. The 4-inch pots that I got, I guess it was last spring, they were primarily for indoor plants because I had been in the place a year and it was time to bring other life in and plants that will help clean the air and help the place smell fresher, if you know what I mean. And so, yeah, lavender is one I definitely want to get in the house. I looked for lavender, the English ivy, a Boston fern, and I think they call it an asparagus fern. And none of them are here right now. They all decided that, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, lilies are, yes. And crocuses, daffodils, and tulips, yes, because I love when they come up and the crocuses are only like this tall, and then the daffodils come, and tulips come up next, I think, and then daffodils and tulips kind of come up at the same time here. But the crocuses are how we know that winter is done, because in this area, when the crocus come up, it's like, okay, they broke through, they made it. And usually we have very little, if any, snow after that. So yeah, I definitely want those. And I will check with the local nursery or the Arbor Society to find out when's the best time to put those in, because I want to pack those babies in. That would be cool if I could come out and have all flowers on one side. And yeah, that'd be awesome. Awesome. Snowdrops? I will look into those. What are the plants called that have the big balls like peonies that have like big balls of flowers? And they smell so wonderful. Peonies. Now, I heard that peonies should never be planted near the house. They should be planted a bit away from the house because they need ants to help open up the flower. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if you guys know, let me know. Let's see. Lilies are good. They will take care of themselves. Daffodils, crocus, tulip. I don't know what that word is. Cyclamen. Cyclamen is nice wee flowers. I don't think I'm saying that right. But there is a flower that, gosh, not forsythia, not chrysanthemum, zinnias are very hardy in this area, and I can cut those and bring them in. And that's the whole thing. I want to be able to cut things and bring them in. Clematis, something like that. It's a climbing one that looks like a hibiscus. That would be beautiful. So let's see. Mama Jane says, have to replant some lavender. Mine was killed by when our yard got way too much water when we had that bad rainy days here. Have daylilies, jonquils, daffodils, and I want to get some petunias. Petunias, aren't they annuals that you have to replant every year? Or is that marigolds? Peonies, pansies. That's what I was thinking. Gosh, they're all dancing in my head. You know how it goes, guys. Let's see. Will we get that late freeze that kills everything? Right? Yeah. Hydrangea, yes. Peonies, beautiful flowers. Hydrangea, yes. It's true about the ants and the peonies. I didn't know, but that's good to know. Because that's another one I'm thinking of once I prepare the soil on the top tier and put that blanket of weed barrier down. I'm thinking of then put mulch, because it's about preparing the land. Then I could dig down into it and plant like peonies or clematis. Yes, that's it. Yeah, because I want to have one of those archways separating my space from everybody else. And so that you know that once you pass that threshold, it's magical ground, right? So I want to have, and when I do the archway, I want to have clematis on it and some kind of climby, big purple flowery thing, just kind of engulfing it. So I'm looking forward to doing all this stuff. Well, I hope this has been relaxing for you guys. It has for me. It's all I can do to keep my voice calm and low on a Sunday. Clematis, yes, so many different colors. Zinnia, I haven't tried to grow them yet. Much cooler here in the summer. I imagine it is. Yeah, they're really hardy for the heat that we have here, so it usually does well. Oh, Mom grew some sun clematis. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I would love some creeping phlox. I have some out there. I discovered that I have some that it's growing out of a rotted railroad tie. So, yeah, creeping phlox. And there's one that looks like, I don't think it's creeping phlox, this one I'm thinking of, but it looks like almost a cactus like. That's not the word. I'll have to look it up and tell you. Yeah, sweet pea. I would love to have sweet pea. Yeah, it smells fabulous. I bet I could grow those inside to start. So I have them for the fall, and then next spring I could take a pot out there. Let's see, talk about the garden. I could talk for hours. Yes, I know you have an amazing little space. Peonies like acid soil. You may need to amend the soil. That's possible, but it might be already really acidy. I don't know. But I'll look into it before I plant them. Yes, I love sweet pea. Awesome. This has been fun, guys. It's been 30 minutes. I promised myself I'd cut it at 30 minutes, but if you all have a mind to continue all this talk and I can start using my real voice, then I'll start up another chat here in about 15 minutes and we'll take a break and come back and talk about gardening and all kinds of things. How's that sound? And did any of you hear just a heads up, just a quick heads up, did anybody besides Katie K take time to listen to that? Sorry. You did, Justice? Great, Mama Jane, you have a good afternoon. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to call it for now because it's been just about 30 minutes. I love talking gardening with you guys. I know so little about it. And I'm going to say bye to Mama Jane and bye to all you and watch for another live in about 30 minutes, okay? So it might just pop up. But if you have mind to hang out, please come on back. Those of you that are choosing to continue with your day, you have a blessed day. And I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to come see me and come hang out on such a wonderful Sunday. You guys take care.